Hey there YouTube, what is going on? Ryan White here for High Point Music's online guitar lessons. So very cool today. We're going to look at Paranoid Android by Radiohead. Now for me, Radiohead have been one of my favorite bands over a really long period of time, and what personally excites me about their music is every time when you go through and listen to it, because of the really nice use of layers and textures, it's one of those things where it just has this sort of organic, flowing type of quality about it, much like a lot of great artists throughout the years, where it's something you never really know what's going to happen. It never really feels like it's structured or it's overly loop based. Always keeps you interesting and takes you on a bit of a journey. But with all that said and done, let's start having a chat about what we're going to do today. So Paranoid Android, I'm going to break it down into the most basic parts as we can. I've done my best with the arrangement, figuring it out for you wonderful people in YouTube land this morning. So what we're going to do is we're going to combine the key elements of the melody into a rhythmic part, and also going to go through and look at all the cool intricacies which are involved in this wonderful modern masterpiece of a tune. So grab your guitars, people, tune them up, let's drop this intro and let's get ready to learn Paranoid Android by Radiohead. Okay, boom. So the first part we're going to start breaking down today is the intro section, people. So on the fretboard, we've got 3, 4, and... Okay, so with this one, what we've got going on the fretboard here, people, is our bass note for the first part that we're going to look at is just moving around. It's around this E flat and G here. Okay, so that's what we've got going on there. Let's jump in and learn the specifics. Okay, so we start off with our second finger on the 8th fret on the E string here. This can be looked at as a C minor, this chord. And then we've got our third finger on the E flat, which is the 8th fret on the G string, followed by the 4th fret, which is our 4th finger on the 8th fret on the B string. So what we've got going on in our right hand is we go 1 on the bass, skip down to the G, 2, 3, 4. Just like that, people. That's the first part. Moving straight on to the second part. Our second finger changes from the C, and our first finger comes in on the 6th fret on the E string to the B flat, like that. Our third and fourth fingers remain the same, and we're hitting the same chords, or the same strings I should say, just like that. So from the B flat it's 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that, people. Alright, moving on to the third part and the third group of 4 notes, which is our second finger coming into the 8th fret on the F on the A string. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. So A string, skip down to the G, 2, 3, 4. Alright, let's do a quick little recap on what we've got so far, people. So from the first one, 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip to the B flat, 1, 2, 3, 4. Second finger comes in to the 8th fret there, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll do that again, and 1, 2, 3, 4. First finger to the 6th, 1, 2, 3, 4. Second finger to the 8th and the A string, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so the next part we're moving on to, people, is from this position with our F, E flat, G. Our first finger is stretching back to the 5th fret on the A string. We go 1, 2, 3, like that. And then our first finger slides up to the 6th fret. 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Put that together slowly so you people can get a handle on the rhythm of what's going on with this. So jumping back in, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So notice the rhythm on these 2 notes here. So 1, dot, dot, 1, dot, dot, like that. 1, dot, dot, 1, dot, dot. So we've got to be a little bit quicker with the E flat and the G there. So one more time, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. Alright, quick little tip for you people out there. If you're finding the stretch between the 5th and the 6th a little bit tricky, really important to relax your hand with this one, because what that does is the more relaxed you are, the less tension in your muscles, the more flexibility and range of motion that you have in the body. So that's a little bit of a hack there to help you get that little bit of extra reach. It's one of those things, concentrate but relax. Alright, moving on to the second half of this, people. So that's the first bit, we've got that sounding good. Next bit is this part we're going to break down, peeps. So and we repeat that. Alright, cool. Jumping straight back to the fretboard, people. So what we're doing is making a bar across our 3rd fret with our first finger, and the goal for this one is just to hold down the E string, the G string, and the B string there, like that. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, keeping the same rhythm that we had moving on for the first part of this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 is on the bass note there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 6 is we hit the E string and hammer our 3rd finger onto the 5th fret there. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And last time for you people out there, nice and steady. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, keep in mind if you're struggling to make that reach, trying to keep your fingers as relaxed as physically possible. Alright, cool. So once you've got that little bit working, moving really well, after we get to that point, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the next little selection of notes we go 1, 2, like that. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 1, 2, hitting the G and the B together, and then we hammer on with our 4th finger on 3, and then hit the E again for 4, and then 5 is back to the G and the B string. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I know that sounds a bit weird slowly, but once we just get a handle on what the parts are, and then once we start speeding this up, this is really going to come together, connect, and sound very, very cool, just like the track. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's put that nice and slowly together with what we've covered so far. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. From the beginning of the part, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again with that, people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so get that part comfortable, at least understand the points that we need to execute with that one. And once we've got that together, what we're doing, finishing off that part, people, is we're gonna continue on as if these notes here are being held down, and we go so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we're just playing our bass notes and keeping in mind that these notes would have been sustaining out after we've played the chord before. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So with our 4th finger on the 6th fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 is the last one there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and one more time, nice and steady. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so there we've broken down, we've thrown a lot of numbers around with this one, but what we're going to do now is we're going to go through that so people can see the whole thing in context, all the numbers. Let's get it together, people. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we go 2, 3, 4, 5 for the second bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And this part just repeats, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, shake that hand out. These bar chords on the acoustic and gassing me out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. Repeat last time. 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, so with that, people, all broken down for you there. Just take your time with that one. Get it together, sounding good. And if you follow those steps, you'll have that part sounding very, very cool. Alright, so moving on to the next bit, people. So this is the pre-chorus section. Again, I've done my best to combine the parts. So even if you're a solo performer, you're still getting, I guess, a basis for a really solid acoustic performance of the tune and trying to incorporate some of those melody notes and really strong tones of the other guitars in the band. But the next section, people, breaking it down, so okay, let's start breaking down these voicings. So I'm starting with my second finger on the 3rd fret on the E string like that. My 3rd finger is coming in on the 3rd fret on the G. My 4th finger is coming in on the 3rd fret on the B. And what I'm doing with the picking is I'm going 1, 2, 3 on the open E string below, and then 4 on the B string there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So they're the notes we're hitting there. This chord is a G minor 6th because we've got the G, B flat, D, and the E, which is the 6th degree of the scale. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. Then we're going to this chord shape here, which is our first finger on the 1st fret, like that. On the E string, our second finger comes in on the 2nd fret on the G, and our 3rd finger comes in on the 3rd fret on the B string. And again, we're going 1, 2, 3, 4. And what we've got going on here is you could think of it as an F major 7 with a 6th in there. You could also think of it as a D minor 9, but let's not get too caught up in semantics. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. So then moving on to the next chord, which is an E7 shape. So we're keeping the open E in the bass for that one, nice and deep. Our first finger's coming in on the G sharp there on the 1st fret on the G string. Our 3rd finger's popping in there on the 3rd fret on the B, and we're going 1, 2, 3, 4. Exact same picking pattern, people. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's recap these chords and the finger picking pattern together. So exactly the same all the way through. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 to E7. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 times through each chord there. What happens is we repeat that, people, and after we repeat it the first time of going 2 times through each chord, we play the E7 for 4 times through, and I'll show you how that actually works. So here we go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4. You do it 3 times, hit the bass, and then you go up to your 10th fret on the E string and go chromatically 10, 9, and that's leading us, emulating the bass line in there and leading us perfectly back into the verse. So what we're going to do now is recap the whole section all the way through exactly how it is in the track. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, F, E7, 2 times back to the G, 6, F, E, once, twice, 3 times, E, 1, 2, 3. Alright people, so once we've got all those bits together, we're going to jump on to the next section, which is one of the coolest, most iconic parts of the tune. And let's face it, who doesn't love rocking out to this riff? So 3, 4. Alright, cool. So we've contained ourselves a little bit after that one. So let's start breaking down what's going on. So the riff, the first half of that, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's going from the 5th fret on the E string there to the 3rd fret on the A string. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then our second finger comes back to the 4th fret here. 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is our first finger on the 3rd fret on the A string, and our 3rd finger on the 5th fret on the A string as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then on this little bit here, people, I just threw in what I did on the video there if you wanted to learn that, was just a series of hammer-ons going, which is hammering on from the 3rd to the 5th on the A string, and then following that exact same sequence from the D string, 3rd fret to the 5th fret. So that's that's a little idea for you people out there, just if you want something different to get into the next section. So the next section, I wanted to have a chat with you people at that because I found this one really, really interesting. And what's quite cool about this and cool about Radiohead in general is, I'll try and keep this point really quick for you people out there, is their music contains so much subtlety and so much understated intricacy. And what I mean by that is this section here, I've never ever picked it up listening to the track, that this chord progression, so 2, 3, is actually in 7. So I think that's a really, really great skill of an artist or a composer, is to do all these asymmetrical ideas. The Beatles were absolutely phenomenal about it if you're into your songwriting chops, and check their stuff out. But what this is cool at is it's something 7, it's something uneven, but you don't pick it up. And the way they move quite masterfully between the sections from something in standard 4 or 8, depending on what time signature you're looking at, into something which is based on 7 is really, really cool, in my opinion. But rant done, all that out of the way, let's start breaking down the chords we're going to need to play this. So 1, 2, 3 is what we've got on a C major bar chord. So 1, 2, 3. And then we go to an A flat bar chord. 1, 2. So 1, 2. And then a single hit on a B flat there. So 1, 2. So 1, 2. Bit of a percussive hit in between the movement. You get that effect by 1, 2, relaxing the pressure on your fingers there, and then sliding up and hitting a single note on the B flat to mark the 7. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, hit, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, hit. So just get the hang of that movement there. I might do it once more really slowly for you. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Alright, just for you people to get the swing of that. And after we go through that 3 times, you can hit just an E major bar chord like that. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 on an E chord. And then we come up to the 8th fret on the E string and go, and this part's quite cool because it's actually in 4. So it's getting us ready to drop back into that next section. It goes 1, 2, so it's 8, 7, 6, 1, 2, 3. 8, 7, 6, 1, 2, 3. So 8, 7, 6, 1, 2, 3. Let's recap that section, people. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Now we're arrived at the last section. Let's jump in on the fretboard, check it out, and start breaking it all down. So. So what we've got going on here, people, is a really long chord progression. So what we'll do is we're going to go through, break down the strumming pattern that we're using, because it follows the same pattern all the way through, and we're going to break the chords down as we go. So this one just keeps repeating in the song over and over as the layers of the arrangement build up upon it. So our first chord we're going to look at, people, is a C minor bar chord, which is our first finger going all the way across the 3rd fret from the A string down. Our second finger comes in on the 4th fret on the B string. 3rd and 4th fingers are both on the 5th frets on the D and the G. So the picking pattern, which is going to move all the way through this one, is 1, 2, 3, 4. So the chord sustains out over beat 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It does that once. Then the next chord we go to is this one here, which you could easily call a G major over B. So first finger on the 2nd fret on the A string, open D, open G, 3rd finger on the 3rd fret on the B, 4th finger on the 3rd fret on the E. So 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, people. All right, 3rd chord we've got going on is our B flat major bar chord. So like this, which is our first finger on the 1st fret on the A, 3rd finger is making a mini bar on the D, the G and the B. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. Next chord, people, we're into an A7, which is, and what we've got is our first finger on the 2nd fret on the D string, open G, 2nd finger popping in on the 2nd fret on the B, and 1, 2, 3, 4. So A bass, I should say, on the A string. All right, that leads us perfectly into our D minor, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And we voice that chord with our first finger on the 1st fret on the E string, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret on the G, 3rd finger on the 3rd fret on the B. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Returns back to the A7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the D. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then into our C major. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is our 3rd finger on the 3rd fret on the A string, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret on the D string, open G, 1st finger on the 1st fret on the B, and then open E below. So that picking pattern, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, moving on from that, we've got our B flat major, which we've already covered. So 1, 2, 3, 4. But the trick with this one, people, is watch my first finger here. It comes away to make it a B flat major over A, because the A in the bass. 1, 2, 3, 4, which is our next chord after that. And then moving on from that, our second finger here quite sneakily just slides up over to the 3rd fret, 1, 2, 3, 4, to make a G minor, or G minor 7 to be exactly precise. And then we go into an F major bar chord, okay, which is our first finger making a bar all the way across the 6 strings. 2nd finger is on the 2nd fret on the G string, 3rd finger's on the 3rd fret on the A, 4th finger's on the 3rd fret on the D string, picking pattern, bass note on the E string, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. And then 2 times on the following chord, so the E7, 1, 2, 3, 4 is our picking pattern, and our first finger's on the 1st fret on the G string, open D, 2nd finger on the 2nd fret on the A string, so 1, 2, 3, 4, as I mentioned, you do that twice, and then we drop it back down to an A7 2 times. Alright people, so what we're going to do now, we're going to run through that. I'm going to talk through the chord names now with the picking pattern so we can see how it all fits together. So C minor, 1, 2, 3, 4, G major over B, 1, 2, 3, 4, B flat major, 1, 2, 3, 4, A7, 1, 2, 3, D minor, 1, 2, 3, and A7, back to D minor, into C major. Then we go B flat over A, G minor, 7, to F major, 1, 2, 3, 4, E7, 1, 2, 3, 4. We play E7 twice, to A7, 1, 2, 3, 4, and that just repeats, people. I'll speed it up. So G over B, B flat, A7, D minor, A7, D minor, C major, B flat, like that, G minor, to F, E major, or E7 I should say, 2 times. And once we've reached the end of that section there, people, we quite simply just rock on out. And then we return right back to that really awesome riff there, and that'll take us out for the remainder of the tune. So there we have it, people. That's all the parts. So I've tried to incorporate with some basic arrangement there some of the really cool melody lines that Johnny Greenwood is playing as the lead guitar or the layering expert that he is and displays so proficiently in all of his work on the Radiohead stuff. If you would like to show your appreciation for the quality of the content that we are putting out, you can do so by signing up to our Patreon account, which allows a base membership for people to get on there, view videos ahead of posting on YouTube, as well as priority requests for future content moving forward. If you'd like to get my help personally with any problems or issues you're facing technically or theoretically, anything that might be giving you trouble on the instrument, best way to get my help in a one-on-one setting is to follow the links below this video and book either an online consultation or an online video program with yours truly, where I can assess your challenges and come up with a plan to get you from where you are to where you want to be in the shortest possible time. So this is an absolutely kick-ass tune, people, really amazing. It's one of those things that every time you listen to it, you're going to hear something more and more coming through in it, and that, in my opinion, is why Radiohead are so damn awesome. So as it's time for us to say goodbye now, people, enjoy your guitar playing, practice this one up, get in touch by the comments below if there's any questions regarding this video, people, and I look forward to, as always, and seeing you in future videos.